Oh yeah.
I'm all right. I'm all right. Looking forward to this. As you know, we've spoken before, and you know my experience is limited,
Limited, yeah.
very limited. This year's the first year that I've actually tried to play 18 holes properly.
Yeah.
But I've never had any coaching.
Okay.
So yeah.
So who has helped you with your golf?
My mum.
Your mum? Okay, cool.
My mum plays a lot of golf, and she's had lessons. To be fair, she's had a lesson with you, I think, as well. So when we play together, she'll give me little things to say. You're going to tell me today whether that's right or wrong.
Yeah.
YouTube videos, obviously, to kind of pick up little bits and pieces. But to be honest, I don't know. You pick up as you go along. So I've probably developed loads of bad habits. Over time, and I think it's about time that I learn a proper swing
because do it correctly.
I've got great friends that play a lot, and I don't feel like I can play with them yet because I'm just going to embarrass myself, and I want to enjoy the game, get into that age where I want to play more regularly, whether it's with work or with friends. So on a day like today, it makes sense to do this.
You don't want to be outside in this, do you?
No, it's freezing today, so this is a perfect environment.
Right. So if we think what do you want to get out of golf? Do you just want to perform better, or do you want to really challenge your playing partners? What level do you want to get to?
If I do anything, I always want to get better. I always want to improve. So I don't have a handicap at the moment. I've not really played enough or been able to measure it properly. So it would be good to start on something and then just gradually, slowly get that up or down. And enjoy it, because as saying as well, a friend of mine's picked up some injuries, and if I'm going to start playing more, I don't want to do it wrong to then cause myself some injuries. Like I'll not be playing football forever, and one of the reasons is because I don't want to keep getting kicked. So I don't want to go into golf and get injured as well.
Yeah, too. So how old's your friend who's got injured?
I think he's 36.
Right, okay. So that's too young. And is that golf related or is that life related?
I think one of them's golf related, so shoulder and elbow.
Wow, okay.
And the elbow, I think, is related to it, but I think it was all sorts of like things that have been building up. But I know golf wouldn't help it with the stance and swings and impact as well.
So I've had many injuries, and I've learned very quickly that you don't have to get injured playing golf, and in fact you can be much more efficient when you don't get injured because you're doing some of the things correctly. So we're going to have a great time.
I know
you might feel a little bit nervous doing this in front of me, but to start off with, I'm just going to let you hit a few shots and see what happens. So what I want to do is just have a look at your golf swing before I jump in and start helping you. So should we get a club?
Yeah. No laughing.
So this is just a relatively short shot that we're trying to hit it. Don't worry if it goes in the sand or wherever it goes. Let's hit a few shots. We are where we are, and then we'll see how we can start to help you.
110 yards, that says.
110 yards. Okay. So you should have enough club to get you there.
I mean, it's bad enough going on hole one with people behind you, but this is a bit different.
Brilliant.
I've struck lucky there, haven't I?
Well, if that goes in, we're sorted.
Yeah, nobody laughs. That's good.
So you've just hit that 103 yards and you're incredibly accurate. So I'm thinking why we're here. Let's try it again, see if it was luck. Brilliant.
That matches my consistency on the actual golf course.
So relatively common to see that. You hit a good one and then one goes off to the right. Don't be surprised now if one suddenly went to the left. It might not, but let's just see.
Is that because I'm overcompensating?
That's exactly what starts to happen, yeah.
Nope.
Nope, gone in the bunker now. So, and this is where you get that inconsistency when it's on the golf course. And whilst you're out playing golf with your friends and you start to enjoy it, if you're hitting shots way offline, that enjoyment gets a little bit less sometimes, especially if you're competitive, if you've done the football. So already I can see some things that we can definitely help you with. So you've hit one that's gone over 100 yards, the other ones are going like 80, 70, 80 yards. So there's definitely some things that we need to work on. So the way that I like to coach is think of yourself as a bit like a piece of clay. So you're rough at the edges, and what I want to do is start to shape it to get a kind of a shape of golf swing. But we can't do that unless we've got good foundations. So let's think of building a golf swing, it's a bit like building a house. We have to have good foundations before we can put the walls and the roof on. So if we can get you setting up correctly, that helps the next bit. If we get that bit right, then that helps the full swing. So that's the way I generally like to do this. So a lot of people skip the setup.
Yeah.
Go, I've done that bit, that's fine.
Yeah.
But most commonly it's incorrect. And straight away I can see that you've got some, you're actually standing too far away from the golf ball.
Okay.
If I left you to play for a length of time, you would end up with a sore back very quickly.
Okay.
So that's something that we need to avoid, and we can do that through the way that we're going to set up, which I'll explain in a second.
Learned something already.
Already we're learning something.
Yeah.
So can you just make your normal setup for me?
Okay. Do you want me to talk you through it?
No, I just want you to make your setup. Okay. So right now, if you just have a quick look at your knees, would you say they're quite bent or straight?
Yeah, they're quite bent.
They're quite bent from there, yeah. And it's really, can you see now where the golf ball is in relationship to your club face?
Yeah.
So if we were connecting with it, it'd be quite close to here.
Yeah.
So technically we'd be better off if we were hitting it more in the middle. So
Right, okay.
what we've got to figure out, is there a way that I can set you up consistently with every golf club so that you're always correct? So the answer is yes, we're going to do that. So the best way I found to do this is just for me to demonstrate it first.
Yeah.
So if you just pop
Please.
over here. So most people, when they set up to a golf ball, they put the club behind the ball, they put the feet where they think it should be, and then they kind of build the body posture around that. And everybody thinks that they're correct.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, you're not correct. So
Okay.
what we're going to do is change the sequence. The other thing that I noticed very quickly as well is when you were setting up, you had quite a wide stance.
Yeah.
And your body movement through impact was restricted. Any idea why that might be?
I think I know why I do it is because I always feel like golf clubs are too small for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So then, yeah, so I think that's something to do with why I go
So if you
further
go
away.
wider, you can get down easier?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So what this does is this starts to lock the body movement up. So you can't move as efficiently as you're going to move. So is there a correct width of stance? So nice and simple. All it is a natural stride.
Okay.
Turn to face the ball, and that will be your natural balance point. So what you've done, because you've gone almost a shoe wider than that, now you're starting to restrict body movement. So the width of stance is going to be really important when we start talking about how the body needs to move.
Is it worth just doing that when you're on the golf course?
Yeah, and if you do that a few times, you'll get used to it really quickly. But if you suddenly did this, it looks way too weird, yeah.
It's like crabbing.
So we're going to get that right width of stance, which you'll do. You're doing it now.
Yeah.
So you've got the correct width of stance
Yeah,
already.
since I've overthought it when I'm going to the golf ball.
Yeah, you've got it. So you've tried to do it to get down to the ball, but we're going to do it in a much better way than that. Okay. I haven't checked your grip yet, but I'm going to do that in a second. But what I'll do first is just get you the right distance from the golf ball. So we're going to stand nice and tall, arms out in front of you, and then we're going to relax them onto your body. So this is going to be your start point. Now what you will have done from here is you'll have bent your knees.
Yeah.
And this is putting some pressure on your back now. This is the wrong way around of doing it. So what we're going to do is arms relax on your body. We're going to keep your legs straight. We're going to bend forward from your hips until the club hits the floor. Once it's hit the floor, then we're just going to soften the knees. But what you'll see now is the club is too far away from the golf ball.
So that's how you'd make that measurement.
So then we'll just nudge him. Okay, so we'll check it again. Arms, hips, knees. And now we're in this perfect posture. But what you're actually in, you're 36, is we've
I'm
got
34.
you here. 34,
I'm not
your friend's
36.
36, yeah. So now we've got you in a really strong position where you could hold a heavy weight.
Yeah.
So it's actually very athletic, this.
Okay.
So when you were doing it here, this is nowhere near as athletic and as strong as we're going to get you. So this golf swing is very powerful. We're moving the club at great speeds in 1 second. So if we get the setup right, it helps everything else. So shall we ever go? So it's just a natural stride. That's it. There you go. So straight away now, the width of stance now looks super. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm really happy with that one. You can as well, if you want to, you can have your toes slightly turned out.
Again, that's something I've just heard, like, have your toes straight, and they say that line is the line that you directing in.
So that's going to help with what we call alignment. But if you start to have your feet too straight and we turn in this direction, it puts a lot of strain on your hip and on your knee, which again are common injuries in golf. So if you turn your toes out slightly, that will give you more range of motion, more mobility.
Okay.
So that, and hopefully that feels quite comfortable.
Yeah, it does with my toes out now.
Yeah. So if you keep hold of the golf club, I'm just going to, okay, so we're going to tweak the grip in a minute, but let's do this setup first. So from here, I just want your arms to relax on your body. So this should feel really comfortable. Okay. I'm actually going to move the ball out of the way a second. So if you now keep your legs straight and just bend forward from your hips. So bend, 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 bend. And now just relax your knees. There. So already now you look in a much more athletic posture. Okay, so if you now stand up here, just bend your knees, push your arm away.
Yeah, you can feel it on my back already.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So knees straight, arms relaxed. So in terms of tension, this should feel quite comfortable. Yeah, we don't want to start locking it up. So nice and relaxed, just bend from your hips and then just soften the knees to finish. There you go. So I'm going to put the ball here. So now all you've got to do is nudge your feet. That's it. There you go. So what height are you?
About 6 foot on the minute.
Perfect. So does that club now feel too short?
No.
So this is a standard length golf club.
Yeah.
I'm 6'1". They're actually the clubs that I use sometimes. But there's a lot of evidence to say that you should have a set of golf clubs custom made.
Yes.
But if you go through this routine, you don't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah.
So let's try it again. That's it. So there you go. Arms, hips, and then the knees just relax. There you go. So what we're building now is more of a consistent setup. So it's nearly right. But let's hit one because this will feel very different. Okay. Very good. So we've changed one little thing already. We've not even touched the golf swing. How different did that feel in terms of setup?
A lot different. So I think I've avoided in the past being too over the ball.
Yep.
I don't know why. There's no reason to it. So I felt kind of closer with the ball.
Yes.
Like closer with everything that I'm doing, rather than like trying to.
Did you potentially feel a little bit more upright?
Yeah.
Great. So the more we bend forward from your back here, that puts a lot of strain on the back.
Yeah.
And then from there, people tell you to keep your head down, and that puts so much strain on the back. So I found through practice and through evidence is it's actually better to be a little bit taller than too bent over. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be naughty. I'm just going to move it slightly too close to you. So now you've got to move your feet. There you go. So what everybody does is move the arms. That's the wrong way around of doing it. We should always just move the whole body. Yeah.
And then, as you said, I want to be connecting with it like here, not
correct.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's try a few more.
Oh, he's gone left.
It's gone left a little bit more. Okay, good. One more. So just now, what do you put that there? So if you keep hold of this, so you're 6 foot. So we're going to, if you let go of that a second, I'm going to make this too short. So this is an 8-iron that you use. If you put this hand on, so this feels now too short, this golf club, but I want you to go through the same routine.
Okay.
Okay, so arms, that's it, and then the knees, and then just nudge in. Okay, so technically, this club is miles too short for you, but let's just see if we can make contact. There you go. So you can still hit the golf ball, even though that's now almost a junior golf club, because you're the correct distance from the ball.
So with your technique, you're saying, regardless of what iron it is, what size the club is, the method stands.
Follow the routine.
Stands true. Yeah.
So the worst habit for you to get into, if I just pitch this 1 second, is to just put your club behind the ball, put your feet in, and think that you're correct.
Yeah.
So what we've fundamentally done now for you is just completely changed the way of setting up the golf ball. And what will happen, you get good at it very quickly.
Yeah.
It takes no longer.
Because if I'm to remember this as well when we go away and I go to the golf course, if I break that down into 3, I'm working with a stride.
Stride, yeah.
So that's got my shoulder width, well, my width apart.
Yeah.
Club down and then shuffle it. That's my 3.
Perfect. Yeah. So the routine to get it absolutely correct. You've done the bit width of stance, great. Arms, hips, knees.
Yeah.
Top, middle, bottom.
Arms, hip, knees. Yeah. Okay. That's a good way of doing it.
So if you do arms, knees, you won't bend forward from your hips.
Yeah.
because nobody does. They just push the arms away.
Yeah, so just work downwards, arms, hips,
yeah,
knees.
top, middle, bottom.
Okay,
yeah.
that works.
Cool. Shall we try that one more?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That felt good.
What felt different, if anything? Not necessarily the swing.
Just felt clean.
More posture. Okay.
It felt quite clean, yeah.
Felt cleaner. Okay. So now you've kind of found the bottom of the ball a bit more consistent.
Yeah, the one I did before was a lot lower.
Yeah. So can you set up how you used to?
Yeah.
So just that's it. So now you go.
We get in the zone.
Okay. So now you've got that wide stance. There you go. Okay. And then the knees were more bent than that, and your arms were more pushed away. Okay.
And I feel a lot tense already. My arms feel really tense
Great.
as well.
And now you're looking at sitting posture. Yeah.
That looks really painful. That was
And
Perfect.
It's gone way offline again. Yeah. So I would say where you were before, when you're doing it the other way, is it was very restrictive in terms of movement.
Yeah.
And I know we haven't even spoke about the movement yet, but when you were getting it right, your body was already starting to move slightly differently.
So I could get quite easily, obviously there's a bunker here, so it's quite obviously bad, but because the connection was okay on a golf course, it's like I'm hitting the ball okay, but I'm not having any control over where it's going really.
Correct.
And also over time it'll cause me pain. So yeah, I could quite easily be misled by these types of shots throughout the year that I've had, thinking it's okay, but realistically, if I'm getting kind of more rounds in with friends, I don't want to be
Left, right, yeah. Call it military golf, left, right, left, right, left,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like that.
we're trying to avoid that, yeah. But the way that you were setting up would make that happen much more often. You'll get that inconsistency. So what we're trying to do is build in natural consistency through doing things the right way.
Yeah.
The cool thing is if the ball's slightly above your feet or below your feet, you can just follow the same routine. It's going to work perfectly. So.
Out of interest, how important do you think it is to have golf lessons before you start playing on 18-hole courses as opposed to start playing and then get...
So, great question. 100% important that you get coaching first.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for pros to do is to coach a really good player because they've got into habits that they've ingrained.
Yeah, we don't have that danger.
Complete beginners haven't got any habits.
Yeah.
So it's a million times easier coaching a complete beginner. Yeah, because we've got the shape now. We can already start to do things correctly. So you're not slipping into bad faults because you don't know what they are.
Okay.
Which is so. Yeah, it's a great question and one that I would tell any beginner definitely have some coaching. When you're ready to hit the shot, I want you to close your eyes and hit it.